It's your boy Matt here, coming to you again live. Now this video is trying to describe to these lesser men, they need to be described as that, because they see themselves in a form of a hierarchy and they've found themselves at the bottom of it because I've kept humiliating and abusing them. These are the people who are the members of the Australian Signals Directorate and people associated with Michael Armstrong. Now at this point, the difference between them and I is maturity. These people, they see this kind of lifestyle where we constantly fight each other and cause harm as a game. And they don't seem to understand that the longer the play, that no one wins that game, okay? What ends up happening with warfare or any of these things, or conflict, is that the longer you play it, it just means the more you lose. So far as this situation has played out, Michael has lost his credibility. He's no longer a respected member of the Army or Signals Corps. He's no longer respected by members of the Australian Signals Directorate. He's no longer respected as in the Jiu-Jitsu community. He keeps losing things. He's lost so much, and he will continue to lose more the longer he prolongs this conflict. And similarly, the people who are members of the Australian Signals Directorate, such as Dylan, such as Jake, who was not a member of the Signals Directorate, but these people, they have also lost a lot because their careers are going to be adversely impacted because they have all committed significant crime, a significant amount of cybercrime. And the Australian Signals Directorate, the Australian Army Signals Corps, these groups, the amount of face they have lost, the amount of soft influence and respect they have lost from both from the military community and the wider community is significantly large, and they don't seem to understand that the longer you play the game, the more you lose. No one wins in conflict, right? They also understand now that nothing has been stolen from them. They understand and they have acknowledged that I am the person who is the architect and designer and person running TACO and all these other things. They have finally accepted that they have no legitimate authority or legitimate form of ownership, but to them it's about the conflict, because to them this is a game. And they don't seem to understand how outmatched they've been, right? They don't seem to understand how much they've lost over and over and over again, and repeatedly lost. I am now a hero in the eyes of the community. I am a respected leader in psychology and a respected military leader, which is a very strange thing which I never thought I could say. And I can say this because these people have continued to attack me and they keep losing, and they see it as a challenge and they see it as a cycle that they need to continue. Now, the consequences for me have been financial and a delay in many aspects of my life, but also a degree of success which I could not have fathomed otherwise if I had not had to put these pathetic little bitches down. And having conquered these little shits so publicly and humiliated them so fully has been an achievement which will stick with me for the rest of my life. They need to understand that they have engaged in a series of behaviors which are very unbecoming of the government. And the more they do this, the more reputational damage they get. They don't win anything. They just keep losing, as they've lost previously and before and before and before, and there's nothing they can do about it, because this is what happens when you do stupid shit. If you cut yourself and blood comes out, we'd think, hey man, maybe you should stop fucking cutting yourself. But these people, because for them, they are so interested in conflict, and for them, this is what they are about, this is how they want to live their life, this is what they think the good life is. It isn't. Life is for living, it's not for fighting. It's not for warfare, it's not for these things. It's a level of childishness which these people should have grown out of, and they've had so many lessons that I have taught them throughout this thing that by now you'd think that they would have learnt. And in the end, all I can say is that the reason why they keep doing it is that it provides them a feeling of significance and a feeling of importance and attention that they would not receive otherwise, which is why they engage in this masochistic conduct. It's like a person who says they are cutting themselves for attention. These people are cutting themselves for attention. That's it. That's it. That's what they're doing. They keep engaging and playing very stupid games, and they keep losing respect in the eyes of the community and losing influence. Meanwhile, every time they attack me because I behave in a mature and respectful way as a person who is a fucking adult and not a fucking man-child, right? The respect I receive and the influence I get increases. Like, the reason why is because I'm acting as a civil, grown adult. That's all they needed to do. Act as a fucking adult. Grow the fuck up, Michael. You're in your fucking 40s, brother. You're almost 50 years old. It's time. You've had enough time to grow. You've shaped yourself and sold yourself as a community leader and a guru. If you want to do that, well, you're going to have to fucking shape up a little bit. Now, all that has been, as I've said repeatedly, stop the conflict. You have acknowledged that I am the person who created the art project. What the fuck are you doing? What kind of moral argument do you think you have? What are you clinging on to? What are you grasping onto? You're grasping onto nothing. It's time to act as adults and people who are in community, who have to share the same air and the same city. Okay? Why would you keep doing this to yourself? Why would you keep humiliating yourself like this? What are you getting out of this? It's ridiculous, and it's because I'm looking at people whose interest is in ego and not in mature conduct. And when they do this, they lose their authority and they lose their influence over the community. These people now have far less than what they started with. They're in this position because they continue to act as children, and they lose influence and are appropriately being marginalized by the community because of it.